Angela, do you know how many times the APAO Congress has ever taken place in Hong Kong?
Of course. The APAO Congress took place in Hong Kong in 1983, 1995, 2008, and 2018. This is the 5th time for APAO to be hosted in Hong Kong. It truly feels like homecoming for the APAO Congress.
To commemorate that special milestone, the local hosts have created something truly elegant and special. I've noticed many of our distinguished guests wearing a beautiful scarf. It's no ordinary design. It actually features the historic years you've just mentioned. I hear it's a special edition, a true collector's item for this 5th occasion. It is such a delight for APAO to come back to Hong Kong again. Will everyone on stage please smile for a few group photos? Oh, can we have the guests of the first row be seated? Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm sure our photographers have captured wonderful moments. Now, we kindly ask everyone on stage to proceed to your assigned seats and remain standing for the national anthem.
Please be seated.
The future of ophthalmology is right here in this room. But the future wasn't built overnight. It's the result of decades of innovation, dedications, and groundbreaking work. To kick off our Congress and celebrate the incredible momentum, we have a video that showcases the evolution of ophthalmology in Hong Kong. This is where we've come from, and it's a launch pad for where we're going next. Let's take a look.
The Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, HKOS, was formed and registered on August 16, 1954, with Dr. Dan C. Browning as our first president, along with 19 founding members. With an increasing number of professionals in the ophthalmological field in Hong Kong, HKOS, being the earliest ophthalmic professional body established, positioned itself as the core binding all of us together, including specialists in ophthalmology, ophthalmologists in training, ophthalmic nurses, orthoptists, and optometrists. The Society constantly strives to provide platforms for continuous medical education, academic exchange, as well as social networking. In 1989, HKOS organized its first scientific meeting, a two-day event that has since become an annual event hosted every December. It offers excellent opportunities for exchange of interprofessional knowledge and has since received international recognition, with delegates coming from the Chinese mainland and overseas. Apart from local meetings, members of HKOS also actively participate in international conferences. The Society hosted the 9th Congress of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, APAO, in Hong Kong in 1983 with great success. In 2008, the World Ophthalmology Congress, co-hosted by the International Council of Ophthalmology, APAO, College of Ophthalmologists of Hong Kong, COHK, and HKOS, was well attended by over 10,000 delegates from all over the world. HKOS joined hands with COHK and successfully won the right to host the APAO Congress again, which took place in 2018. The College of Ophthalmologists of Hong Kong was established on October 25, 1994. The formation of the college marked a significant milestone in the professionalization and specialization of ophthalmic practice in Hong Kong. Dr. Timothy K.C. Liu was its founding president. The formal incorporation of the college was swiftly followed by a number of important milestones for this young professional body, including holding the first conjoined examination with the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh in 1994, the successful organization of the 15th Congress of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, APAO, the publication of the first issue of the Hong Kong Journal of Ophthalmology in 1997. COHK operates under the umbrella of the Hong Kong Academy of Medicine, HKAM, which oversees training and continuous professional development in Hong Kong. The college is structured to include various committees and subcommittees focusing on different aspects of ophthalmology, such as education, research, clinical practice. Our colleagues are highly active in research. For example, the development of retina nerve fiber layer optical texture analysis by Professor Christopher Leung, and research in ocular surface diseases led by Dr. Kendrick Shi, research in glaucoma diagnostics and management led by Professor Clement Tam, research in AI on eye diseases led by Professor Carol Zhang, research in eye genetics and genomics led by Professor Guy Chan and Professor Calvin Pang, research in biobank and big data studies led by Professor Jason Yam, the LAMP study series by Professor Jason Yam, and the Hong Kong Children Eye Study by Professor Jason Yam. Last but not least, international consensus and guidelines for major VR diseases led by Professor Dennis Lam. Our colleagues play significant roles in international communities of ophthalmologists. Other than professional endeavors, our colleagues are also active in charity work in Hong Kong, the Chinese mainland, and other parts of the world. The HKOS and COHK jointly welcome you to Hong Kong for the 2026 APAO Congress.
What an inspiring glimpse into the future of ophthalmology in our region. This year, we have about 10,000 delegates. It must have been an immense effort for the organizing committee to coordinate such a large-scale event. Let's invite Professor Jason Yam, APAO Congress 2026 President, also the President of Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, to deliver a welcome message to everyone. Professor Jason Yam, the floor is yours.
Dear distinguished Professor Low, Dr. Goh, Deputy Director Chen, Professor Oshika, Professor Clement Tam, Professor Richard Appel, Professor Dennis Lam, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As the Congress President of the APAO Congress 2026 and the President of the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, it is my distinct honor to welcome all of you to our home, Hong Kong, Asia's world city. We are also very proud to celebrate, in conjunction with this Congress, the 37th Hong Kong Ophthalmological Symposium co-hosted by the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society and the College of the Ophthalmologists of Hong Kong. We gather today under the theme, Eyes on the Future, Innovating Ophthalmology. In fact, it is more than just a title. It is a reflection of our collective mission. It is a call to push the boundaries, to embrace emerging technologies, and to ensure the gift of sight is preserved for the generations to come. Over the next few days, you will experience the very best of our profession through keynote lectures, symposiums, and hands-on workshops. We are very, very excited for the scale of this meeting with over 11,000 ophthalmologists, allied health professionals, and industrial partners from more than 111 countries and regions. The global enthusiasm for this event is evident in the record-breaking 7,000 abstract submissions that we have received. For this, I would like to express my sincere thanks to our Scientific Program Committee Chair, Professor Dennis Lam. Under his visionary leadership, we have curated a scientific program with exceptional breadth and depth, with 1,000 expert talks delivered by the world-renowned speakers. This program promises to cover the most cutting edges, advancement, and critical insight across all subspecialties in ophthalmology. We are truly set for an extraordinary exchange of ideas. This year, we are also very delighted to host a dedicated Chinese program, led by Professor Yao Ke. This initiative has significantly encouraged the participation of many Chinese delegates, and more importantly, it will foster greater exchange and collaboration, bridging mainland China with the global ophthalmology community. I would like to express my deepest gratitude to APAO leadership, the Council of the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, the College of Ophthalmologists of Hong Kong, and our organizing committee. The tireless dedication has been the driving force behind this Congress, bringing this Congress to life. We are incredibly thankful for the invaluable support for our co-sponsor, AOI, for their support. We are profoundly grateful for the support from our government, including the Innovation and Technology Commission, the Tourism Board, our Health Bureau, the Department of Health, the Education Bureau. We also thank and appreciation from the support by our central government. Together, let us share knowledge, build networks that will endure long after these 4 days has passed. Hong Kong has always served a bridge between the East and West, a convergence of tradition and modernity. I hope you find inspiration not just within these lecture halls, but also the vibrant energy, culture, and hospitality of our city. May this Congress spark innovation, foster lasting collaboration, and reaffirm our shared vision for our future of ophthalmology. Thank you. I wish you all a rewarding, inspiring, and memorable Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Yam. This year, we are honored to have a video message from the Chief Executive of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, the Honorable John Lee Ka-Chiu, GBM, SBS, PDSM, PMSM. The Chief Executive, please.
Professor Jason Yam, Professor Tetsuro Oshika, Professor Richard Abbott, Dr. Hong Wah-Yung, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Hong Kong. It is my great pleasure to join you today at the 41st Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology Congress. Bringing together thousands of esteemed experts from around the globe, this year's Congress is held in conjunction with the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Symposium. Together, they serve as an ideal platform for exploring the latest advancements in visual sciences and ophthalmology. Hong Kong is well placed to host this meaningful gathering. Our city has long been devoted in building a robust medical system, one that serves our community and contributes to global health dialogues. Hong Kong enjoys one of the best healthcare systems in the world, offering affordable, accessible, and quality medical care. Our healthcare system, one that we take pride in, consistently aligns with international standards and is known for its credibility and efficiency. It helps to make Hong Kong a city with one of the highest life expectancies worldwide and contributes to our remarkable health outcomes like a low infant mortality rate. Similar to many developed economies, Hong Kong's population is aging. That leads to an inevitable surge in chronic diseases. To address our evolving healthcare challenges, the Hong Kong SAR government is taking forward a range of initiatives to enhance the sustainability of Hong Kong's healthcare system. These include strengthening primary healthcare, promoting health and medical innovation, as well as encouraging collaboration within the Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. In particular, we are committed to improving ophthalmic services, recognizing the continuous growth of public demand in this vital area of health care. We are working to enhance ophthalmic services by strengthening training for professional personnel, introducing innovative medications, and setting up a new high-capacity cataract surgery center. These initiatives are designed to increase service capacity and shorten waiting time while maintaining the safety and quality in eye care service delivery. We believe that prevention is always better than cure, and that's why safeguarding the visual health of our future generation remains a priority. The government has been providing free visual assessment services for children and adolescents annually from birth until secondary school graduation. These essential services facilitate early identification of visual acuity problems and in turn provide better support for our young people's lifelong visual health. Investing in ophthalmology and eye care is crucial to all of society. A population with good visual health enables citizens to actively participate in the community and lead more fulfilling lives. In this regard, I would like to express my gratitude to the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology and the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society for co-organizing today's event. It provides an invaluable opportunity for academics, experts, and professionals in the field to share insights and experiences on current developments and challenges. I'm confident that the upcoming peer learning and knowledge exchange will be rewarding and constructive for all of you. As the saying goes, eyes are the windows to the soul. May our shared vision for better visual health illuminate the path towards greater well-being for all. I wish you all a fruitful event and a wonderful stay with us here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the Chief Executive. Now let's invite Professor Tetsuro Oshika, President of the APAO, to deliver his welcome remarks. Professor Oshika, please.
Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, it is my great privilege and pleasure to welcome you to the APAO Congress 2026 in Hong Kong. We are truly delighted to be back to Hong Kong. As mentioned by MC in the beginning, this is the 5th time this Congress is held here in Hong Kong, the most frequent host venue in the history of APAO for 66 years. Hong Kong has been always a bridge between East and West, and tonight it connects all of us together. APAO is a vast and diverse community spanning East Asia, South Asia, Oceania, and Pacific Island, which represent 27 country regions and 12 subspecialty societies. And we cover about half of the world population and almost 60% of ophthalmologists in the world. Our region faces a broad range of eye health challenges, from conditions common in the urban settings to problems linked to rural area and malnutrition. This diversity makes this meeting too important. We learn from each other and turn new ideas into better care for every patient everywhere. Meetings like this are built on the dedication of many people whose work is often invisible behind the scene. My sincere thanks to our Hong Kong host, led by Professor Jason Yam, his leadership and their hospitality, and organizing committee, faculty, sponsors, and all delegates. Together, let's make APAO Hong Kong meeting a milestone for our profession and for vision care across the Asia-Pacific and beyond. Thank you, and I wish you a successful and inspiring Congress.
Thank you very much, Professor Oshika. We are delighted to have the Academia Ophthalmologica Internationalis as the co-sponsor of our Congress. Let's put our hands together to welcome Professor Richard L. Abbott, MD, President of the AOI, on stage to say a few words. Professor Abbott, please.
Good afternoon. APAO President, Professor Tetsuro Oshika, APAO Congress President, Professor Jason Yam, Secretary General and CEO, Professor Clement Tam, APAO Scientific Program Chair, Professor Dennis Lam, and our special guest, Secretary for Health, Professor Lo Chung Bao. Distinguished members and colleagues of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, special guests, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. It is really my special honor and distinct privilege to join my colleagues in welcoming you to the 41st Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, held in conjunction with the 37th Hong Kong Ophthalmological Symposium. I fondly recall attending my first APAO Congress 20 years ago in Singapore, and have attended 10 congresses since that time. I continue to be impressed each year with the quality and cutting-edge nature of the scientific program. As president of AOI, and on behalf of our society members from 33 countries around the globe, I would like to both thank and congratulate the organizing committee on a truly outstanding program and for your warm and generous hospitality. The mission of AOI is to foster international ophthalmology at the highest level and to advance the best eye care outcomes through collective action in both education and research. The AOI traces its origin back to its first meeting in Ghent, Belgium in 1976, when membership was limited to just 45 chairs. Currently, there are 100 chairs and includes many leaders of our field from around the globe and many from the Asia-Pacific region. As co-sponsors of the Congress, we are honored to participate in this important meeting and host 3 symposia as part of the excellent scientific program. Our distinguished AOI lecture this year will be presented by Professor Tin Ong from Singapore as part of our AOI symposium on Saturday morning. I hope many of you will be able to attend. Once again, on behalf of my colleagues at AOI, both here in Hong Kong and around the world, I offer you our best wishes for a most successful and productive Congress. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Abbott. Next, may we invite Dr. Yong Hong Wah, President of the College of Ophthalmology of Hong Kong, to share a few words. Dr. Yong, please.
Professor C.M. No, Dr. Goh Wing Man, Professor Oshika, Professor Jason Yam, Professor Dennis Lam, Professor Clement Ham, distinguished guests, invited speakers, colleagues, and friends from across the Asia, Pacific, and around the world. Good afternoon, and welcome to Hong Kong and to the APAO Congress 2026. It is truly inspiring to see this hall filled with so many passionate ophthalmologists, scientists, educators, and partners who share the same missions, advancing eye care for our region and beyond. We are deeply honored to host you. This year's Congress is already a historic one. We have more than 11,000 delegates and more than 7,000 abstracts. This remarkable achievement reflects the strength, energy, and unity of our community. And is a testament to your commitment to learning, collaborations, and innovations. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all our invited speakers for bringing your expertise and your vision to this meeting. Your contributions elevate the scientific program and inspire all of us. My sincere appreciation also goes to the members of the organizing committees of the Congress, and as well as many volunteers who have worked tirelessly over the past months. Your dedications, creativity, and teamwork have shaped this Congress into something truly exceptional. Without your hard work, none of this would have been possible. And to all delegates, whether you are joining us for the first time or returning as old friends, thank you for being here. I hope the coming days will be filled with meaningful learning, lively discussions, and new collaborations that will continue long after the Congress ends. And of course, I hope you will have the time to enjoy Hong Kong, from our skyline and harbor to our cultural heritage, from our hiking trails to our world-famous food. Hong Kong has something for everyone. I encourage you to explore, experience, and enjoy the spirit of our city. Thank you once again for joining us. I wish you have an inspiring Congress and a wonderful stay in Hong Kong. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yong. Now, let's warmly welcome Professor Clement Tam, APAO Secretary General, on stage to say a few words. Professor Tam, please.
Our guests of honor, Professor C.M. Low, Dr. Goh Wing-man, Mr. Chen Zitou, Professor Jason Yam, Professor Tetsuro Oshika, Professor Richard Abbott, Dr. Yonghwan Hwa, Professor Dennis Lam, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, let me start by welcoming all of you to the 41st APAO Congress in Hong Kong and the 5th APAO Congress in Hong Kong. Let me start by congratulating and thanking Professor Jason Yam and the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, Dr. Yonghwan Hwa and the College of Ophthalmologists of Hong Kong, and the very distinguished teams for their strong, able leadership, great teamwork, rich history of ophthalmic achievements, and warmest hospitality that has made this Congress so very special. I want to thank Professor Richard Abbott, Professor Martin Jaeger, and the Academia Ophthalmologica Internationalis, AOI, for co-sponsoring our Congress. They have brought in the most distinguished and respected ophthalmologists and teachers from around the world that has also made our Congress so very special. I would like to thank Professor Dennis Lam and his scientific program committee. Altogether, he's working with 136 coordinators of the scientific program committee, inviting 900 distinguished speakers from 56 countries, presenting over 1,000 lectures in 169 scientific symposiums. Of course, my heartfelt thanks must go also to the government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, who have provided us immense support in organizing this Congress through the Innovation and Technology Commission, the Hong Kong Tourism Board, as well as the Education Bureau. Last, but of course not least, I must thank every single one of you for being here. Because even if the scientific programs is top-notch, without you, all these efforts would have been meaningless. There are over 11,000 of you from 111 countries. So, if you have enjoyed Thank you so much. So if you have enjoyed this particular Congress, please do mark your diary and make sure you join us again next year in Singapore, March 18th to 21. And in fact, our council has laid out the plan for the coming few years. So after 2027, we will be heading to Manila in 2028. We'll be then going to Kyoto in Japan in 2029, and finally to Sydney in Australia in 2030. I do very much count on the support from every single one of you. Please do continue to support your APAO and come and join us every year. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Professor Tam. Now please join me in welcoming Professor Dennis Lam, APAO Scientific Program Committee Chair. Professor Lam, over to you.
One plus one could be equal to 2 or 11. So for this Congress, what do you think? At least 5 or 6. Yeah, it's extremely important to work together to achieve something spectacular. Distinguished guests, the Honorable Professor C.M. Low, members and friends of the Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology, the Hong Kong Ophthalmological Society, College of Ophthalmology of Hong Kong, and Academia, it's quite a difficult word, Academia Ophthalmologica Internationalis. So it's not simple English. So, good afternoon. A very warm welcome to Hong Kong. As chair of the Scientific Program Committee, it is my distinct honor and great privilege to stand before you at the opening of the APAO Congress. Over the next few days, the vibrant city will become the epicenter of ophthalmic innovation and collaboration. We are thrilled to host over 11,000 delegates from over 110 countries, a truly remarkable gathering of visionaries dedicated to advancing eye care of the globe. This year's program reflects our commitment to bringing you the most cutting-edge research and clinical advancements. With over 1,000 top-notch speakers, can I just say 900? As the scientific program chair I can share with you is over 1,000. World-renowned experts in their respective fields, we have curated a rich and diverse scientific program, from groundbreaking surgical techniques to the latest in AI diagnostics and the transformative potential use of stem cells and gene therapies. We aim to provide you with unparalleled learning opportunities. We encourage you to actively engage in the sections, network with your peers, and share your own experiences. This Congress is not just about learning and sharing, but also about building bridges, fostering collaboration, and inspiring one another to push the frontiers and boundaries of ophthalmic research, knowledge, and innovation. I extend my deepest gratitude to all the scientific program committee members, speakers, sponsors, and to our delegates, especially for those coming from afar. I trust this Congress will be a stimulating and rewarding experience for all of you. Let's work together to advance the field of ophthalmology and bring light and hope to patients in need. Enjoy the Congress as well as Hong Kong. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Lam. This year, we are very, very honored to have Professor Lo Chung Mao, BBS JP, the Secretary for Health of the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, as our guest of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Lo on stage for a few words.
Professor Jason Yam, Professor Tatsuro Oshika, Professor Richard Abbott, Professor Clement Tam, Dr. Yong Hon Wah, and Professor Dennis Lam. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's not easy to give a speech after all these eloquent speakers, but I still need to say a few words as the Secretary for Health, with the pleasure of coming to officiate in the opening of this 41st Asia-Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology Congress. Now, of course, on behalf of the Health Bureau of the the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, I need to extend a very warm welcome to everyone, over 11,000 delegates in this Congress, and especially those delegates coming from the mainland and from overseas for joining us in Hong Kong. Welcome to Hong Kong. And secondly, I need to extend my appreciation as well as congratulations to the organizers for bringing this Congress back to Hong Kong again for the 5th time. This must be a record, but I'm sure you will come back the 6th time and the 7th time, if not the 8th time. The Chief Executive has already quoted the saying that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Of course, vision is a vital and indispensable part of our health, and it's actually fundamental to how we experience life, connect with other people, and navigate the world. But yet, the World Health Organization reported in 2023 that there are at least 2.2 billion people worldwide who suffer from vision impairment, with about half of these cases actually being preventable. So these figures highlight the scale of not just the demand for eye care, but the need for more concerted efforts to promote eye health and disease prevention across all populations and economies. Similarly, in Hong Kong, a government-funded community eye screening program a few years back by one of the universities revealed that in our population, there is an astounding 27.2% of the participants aged 50 or above who experience visual impairment in both eyes, with uncorrected refractive disorders as well as cataracts identified as the two most common causes of reversible visual impairment. So this is really a very common problem. Two very small organs in our body, but serious impact to health and a very common problem. But vision means actually more than the function of our eyes, to see the world now. In fact, the word vision means also our ability to see the future. It is our eyes on the future, which is actually the theme of this Congress. Eyes on the future, innovating ophthalmology. Now, looking forward into the future, every one of you here stand at the forefront with the vision for significant advancements in ophthalmology. Innovative technologies such as AI-powered diagnostics and the potential of cell therapy, gene therapy, and vision restoration are fundamentally transforming patient care and raising patients' expectation for the future. We are expecting better care. Now, indeed, we are very proud that Hong Kong has earned a reputation as a regional hub for cutting-edge ophthalmic research and practice. And the Hong Kong government is committed to leverage the quality and strength of our medical profession to develop Hong Kong into an international health and medical innovation hub, as pledged in our Chief Executive's policy address. Yet, as you focus your discussion on the latest advance in visual science and technology today, let us not lose sight of the pressing challenges at present and even more pressing in the future that our society faces with an aging population and a rapid rise in common eye conditions such as cataract, glaucoma, and age-related macular degeneration that are jeopardizing our people's visual health. The demand for such common disorders is predicted to continue to increase over the next decades, and any delay in these eye care will result in prolonged visual impairment, mental health problems, worsening dementia, falls, loss of independence, inability to work, and an overall poor quality of life. Hence, for 2 consecutive years in our policy address, we have addressed the issue of accessibility of ophthalmology services by strengthening manpower supply and enhancing the volume and efficiency of eye care service delivery. I'm confident that your vision on innovations in ophthalmology will not only improve the quality and standard, but also the accessibility and affordability of eye care and health for the people. For example, your AI in diagnostics will certainly be able to improve the efficiency and spare some of the manpower for ophthalmology service to look after more patients and hence improve their accessibility and perhaps affordability of eye care. On that note, I wish this Congress to be a very fruitful and successful exchange of ideas, collaborations, and insights. And to all the participants here, I wish you a very rewarding event and a very enjoyable stay in Hong Kong. Enjoy Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Lo. Professor Lo, please remain on stage. Thank you for your inspiring words and gracious presence today. Now we would like to invite Professor Jason Yam, Professor Oshika, Professor Abbott, Dr. Yong Hanwha, Professor Clement Tam, and Professor Dennis Lam to join us on stage and officiate the kickoff ceremony for the Congress.
On the count of 3, may our officiating guests strike the gong in the form of an I to signify the official opening of the 41st APAO Congress in Hong Kong. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Please keep your pose and let the photographer take some commemorable photographs at this stage. Thank you very much. The 41st APAO Congress and the 37th Hong Kong Ophthalmological Symposium are now officially open. Congratulations.